To see you, and you're playing that beside this man. You've slipped in beside a legend here. He's been a mainstay of Irish trad music for almost half a century. A writer, performer, inspiration and innovator. It is the magnificent Donal Lunny.
Ah, yes, Donal. Thank you.
Great to have you here.
I'm just delighted to be anywhere. Particularly here.
Particularly here. Yeah. We were talking about where it all started with you before the show in Newbridge. You went to school with Christy Moore.
I did.
You guys weren't, you didn't really have the same interests, but how did you come together musically?
Well, there was the famous ballad boom in the mid-60s. Christy and I we'd actually been in primary school together. And then Christy went to Newbridge College, as did I, but he boarded. And so our company parted, but once he heard these ballads, these songs, he wanted to sing them. So he started coming around and getting chords and stuff on the guitar from me, because I started well before him. So that sort of pulled us together. And then off he went to England. No, we shared a flat, a dingy bedsit in Pier Street for a year. And after that, he went to England and toured over there for several years. And when he came back, he wanted to make an album. And he came to me again. I was delighted.
Yeah.
So that really sort of put us on parallel paths. And we went on from there. And from that recording of that album, Prosperous, Christy pulled out Andy, Irvine, Liam O'Flynn and myself.
And that was Planxty.
And that proposed Planxty.
Now, of course, you know, an iconic Irish group, but first gig you guys you weren't quite sure how that went down.
That's quite true, yeah.
Tell us about that.
Well, we were, we landed a support with Donovan, who was doing a sort of a 6-gig Irish tour, which was kind of quite a big deal back in the day. And we were nervous as anything, because we had hardly ever played in public. So we went on and, you know, we were proverbial in our trousers.
Yeah. And this was in the hangar out in Galway.
That's right, yeah.
And you weren't quite sure whether they were cheering for you or starting a riot.
There was an uproar, and it was fantastic. We didn't know what was going on, but it was enthusiasm. And they liked it. Yeah, we loved it.
You're sitting here tonight with your trusty Bazooki. This is an instrument that, you know, until you started using it, really, it wouldn't have been something you would have seen in trad music. How did that come about?
Well, in fact, I have Andy to thank for that, because he had a Bazooki, a proper round-back Greek Bazooki, in this big, like it was literally a pile of instruments in the corner of his bedsit in Donnybrook. And I was round with him one afternoon, and the neck was sticking out like that, and I started pulling it, and eventually I got it out, and I loved it. It just had a lovely sound. So, you know, he was saying, I don't play it much, kind of thing. But I was still playing it 2 hours later. And he said, listen, take it home, you can have it. Just get out.
But this is the thing, you know, from the start, you've always, you know, been an innovator, always trying something new. I mean, you've worked with so many other artists, you know, produced Kate Bush and Elvis Costello and Mark Knopfler, and Bono called you the Irish Quincy Jones. How does that sit with you?
It's a bit big.
I don't think it is, to be fair.
Well, thank you very much. But anyway, no, I've enjoyed working in the studio, and I think with Planxty as well, my experience in studio really helped, and we sort of went on from there, and it's kind of helped me to become a producer, you know, with the lads. Yeah.
You know, just sitting talking to you now and just looking at all the other musicians, looking at you and the love that's here, and we're just so happy to have you here. I know you had a bit of a health scare last year. How are you feeling?
Sure. I'm just glad to be here.
Yeah. Well, there's a lot of people here now are glad that you are here, and as part of Trad Fest, this is how you know you've made it, Donal. There's actually a documentary all about your life in time, Donal Lunny. It's going to be on at the IFI on the 25th of January. Have you had a sneak peek at that yet?
Well, I did see a version of it, yeah, and I thought it was very flattering. Yeah.
So it was the truth then?
Nuala O'Connor directed it and produced it. She's a genius.
Yeah.
So,
Fiachna, this man's a genius. What does he mean?
Listen, since I was a kid, since Liam and I were in school together as teenagers, Donal's music was ringing in our ears, inspiring us all along the way. I actually decided I'd wear my special T-shirt tonight.
Yes, the lads, there you go.
So, never let it be said, Planxty, we're actually the greatest rock and roll band. and what he did with Planxty and the Bothy Band and Moving Hearts and then, the first time I got to actually play with Donal is about 40 years ago. We were on stage. We were doing a gig in the Top Hat. Do you remember this? And we were playing a song called Sea Lion Woman by Nina Simone, right? And Donal got up with his bazooki and I just remember eyeballing you, and just so generous with the vibe, and it didn't matter what genre of music Donal was ever involved in. And Eleanor was talking about that earlier, about how music music is music and it brings people together. And Donal has been one of the kingpins here to do that. Thank you, Donal.
thank you very much.
Zoe, what does this man mean to you?
Donal is just an incredible musician and somebody I've been very privileged to get to play with over the last few years. And like Fiachna said, I grew up with the music, the Bothy Band and Planxty. I know every note, but I know just from personal experience, when you get to play with Donal, he kind of elevates the music to a different level, and he just has that magic that so many of us. That's why there's so much love in the room for this man. It's just phenomenal. So thanks, Donal. I'm so pleased for you.
Well, Donal, as you can hear, there is so much love for you on this stage. There's so much love from the audience tonight and so many people watching this evening. And we would like to reflect that, and we'd like to thank you for the huge impact that you have had on music, not just on this island, but taking the sound of this island and bringing it to the rest of the world. And we would like to present you tonight with our inaugural Late Late Show Trad Music Hall of Fame Award.
Oh, listen, thank you. Thank you.
If you want to have a little look, this is what it means to everybody here. And if you want to have a little look at the screen here, we've got some of your friends who actually couldn't be here tonight, but we want to congratulate you. Have a little look at this.
Okay.
Hi, Donal. Congratulations. When I heard you were receiving this award, I couldn't let the occasion pass without really marking a few things about the remarkable career you've had. You're a true pioneer, and you've been an inspiration to myself and the band over the years. And whenever you and I have played together, you have always been the teacher and I the willing student. I've learnt so much from you. You've given us back our music. You've contributed to the culture of the entire country, and we wouldn't be where we are without the likes of you and the other pioneers in the early days of the folk revival. Thank you.
Donal, this is Elvis Costello speaking to you from a foggy evening in New York City. I would have asked for them to light the Empire State Building, which you can just see there in the mist behind me, in your honor. It's more than time that you receive this acclaim. You know everybody loves you and treasures your contribution to music. For me, going back to that very first session that we did together at Windmill Lane, where you gather together a band including Christy and Derek Bell and Davy Spillane, and I can't even, name them all now because it's your name that must be up in lights tonight. Thank you so much for all the big adventures we've had at the Albert Hall and down in Temple Bar. Until I see you again, much love.
Hi, Donal. It's Mark Knopfler here. Now, I heard they were giving you this award, and I just wanted to say what a pleasure it's always been to play music with you. You're a great ambassador for Irish music worldwide, and I hope to see you soon. Bye-bye.
Donal, much an cara, conas tátu. Le moran gra agus gach banacht quit. I'm thinking back to the Rakes of Kildare, to Planxty, to Moving Hearts, to the Companeros, all the great music you created, and all the great arrangements and production, all the fun we had together. No better man to be in the Hall of Fame. I wish you the very best. See you then.
Thanks. Thank you. Folks, the one and only Mr. Donal Lunny.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
Too much, man.
Too much.